Hey, psst, what do you think you will need to travel to Indonesia? Try to guess. Money is very important, and let's not be the wise person saying it's not important. The biggest big problem in the world are about money. Even if you have millions or cents, in both cases, there will be problems. Having a good financial intelligence is the best way to avoid some of them. You can invest in yourself, and what better way to do it by going on a trip or travel to Indonesia. Let's go.
Okay, I will share with you how much money I spent for 1 week to travel to Indonesia. Traveling alone. I divide this video in 5 categories that are food, transport, accommodation, gifts, and tours. First of all, if you travel alone, the situation really changes because that means you are ready for adventure. And it doesn't matter if you eat just once per day or maybe 5 times. I mean, up to you how many times you eat, and there is not a problem because you decide what you really want to eat. If you are vegan, if you are vegetarian, up to you. I really like to try most of the food that I can, and you know that the Asian food is really great and really good, tasty, like Vietnamese, like Japan, like China, like Korea, and even more the Indonesia. But be careful because the Indonesian food most of the times have spicy food. And if you don't like the spicy as me, be careful when you order one dish. And let me show you some of the dishes that I ate. In average, I ate around 3 or 4 times per day. You have to also count if your accommodation will give you the breakfast. In that case, the first 4 days, the hostel gave me the breakfast, so it was really good and really delicious because I was with a Balinese family. In total, I spent around 1,100,000 Indonesian rupiahs. You know that is a big number, but if you transfer to euros, it's around 80 euros. So let's say that in 1 week you can spend around, at the biggest prices, will be around 100 euros. Be careful if you are vegan or vegetarian because in the touristic places, yeah, you can find many options for that kind of people, but in the countryside, not too much. As my experience, I was there, so I didn't see many options for that kind of people. Okay, about transport. The flight tickets is the most expensive part of the trip because it depends where you are, in what continent, in what country. I paid around 860 euros for going back from Rome to Jakarta. In total, I spent around 1,000 euros from my city to arrive to Bali. I booked at the end of April, the first days of May, so it was a really good decision, and also the weather was really good. Let's say that you spend around 1,000 euros, so will be the average. The best transport you can take in Bali is the motorbike or scooter. And I rent a motorbike for 7 euros per day. I rent for the first 4 days, was amazing because I had all the control with the motorbike and I really decide where I really want to go. I spent around 28 euros. And also the petrol is not expensive as well. For 1 liter you can spend around 10,000 Indonesian rupiahs, that means less than 1 euro. I have the reference for 15 Indonesian rupiahs is equal to 1 euro. If you travel alone, it's the best option. You can rent a scooter. Even if you will travel with your couple or friends, I really give this kind of suggestion or recommendation to you. And maybe you are thinking about the traffic. It depends the places, because in the touristic places in the city, yes, definitely you have traffic. You have to take care yourself and also try to buy an insurance. But if you are going to the countryside, it's perfect. It's really perfect and really good decision to go to the countryside going with the motorbike. I was riding my motorbike and watching all the landscapes was amazing. I really love that kind of sensation, landscape, nature, me riding the motorbike. I really love that period of the time. You have the 100% of the control of your time. If you will go with your family, if you have children, or maybe you will go with your grandparents, yeah, maybe it could be a good decision to rent a car. But if you will go with friends, alone, or your couple, rent a motorbike is the best option. I can say you the same situation for Nusa Penida. Nusa Penida is another island near to Bali. The big difference with Bali and Nusa Penida is Bali has really good roads and Nusa Penida doesn't have. If you wanna rent a car with a driver, it's more expensive. It's around 60 or 70 euros per day. Buy your tickets almost 1 day before you wanna go to travel to another island, because there are too much people that travel every day. Time of truth. I spent in transportations for 1 week around 200 euros. Yeah, it's too much money, because just for the first 4 days I spent around almost 30 euros. In my ignorance, I spent too much money in boats to rent a car with a driver alone in the Nusa Penida. So if you will go to Nusa Penida and wanna rent a car, maybe it's good option if you will go with friends. But if you will travel alone, please rent a scooter or motorbike if you wanna save money. About tours. If you go alone, make your own trip. It's a really good decision. I did by myself and I don't regret nothing. But if you don't want to have that stress, see the map, take care of the GPS, it's a good option if you book a tour. They do everything for you. Or maybe if you will go with a good friends and no one of them wanted to organize, book a tour is a good option. I took just one tour. That was the snorkel tour in Gili Island. So that was all the tour that I took, and the rest I did by myself. I will share you my trip in another video. So in total, I spent in tours around 20 euros. Time to accommodation. If you will go alone, a hostel is the perfect option because you will meet really great people and sometimes the breakfast is included. I choose just a hostel just for 2 things: for sleep and take a shower. That's all. So in general, in my case, I spent around from 8 euros to 12 euros per night. So in total, I spent around almost 84 euros. So I think this price also is for 2 people. So if you will go with your partner, maybe you will spend for 1 week 50 euros. So it depends also what kind of hostel you want. If you like a luxury hostel with all the views, but in general, if you want to save money, you will pay for accommodation around 50 euros per person for 1 week. And the final section is gifts. As you know, gifts depends all of you. If you have a lot of family, a biggest family, a lot of friends, you have to buy everything there for your friends, family. So I spent around 100 euros for my family, for some friends. Also, another consideration you can have, and I forgot to say, is the entrance for the touristic places. The biggest big price to visit some touristic places is €7. There are another places that you have to pay less, up to you how many places you want to visit. If you want to go for an event or for make a yoga retirement, the entrance tourist that I spent was €50. So the total price for 1 week traveling alone is €1,534. Yeah, it's not a cheaper travel, but to visit another country, another continent, is not too much expensive if you see all the things that I do for 1 week, and also consider that the most expensive part of the trip is flights. But let me tell you that I want more that I spent, because money can come back, but the time not, and the experience as well. I'm not the same person before this trip. Traveling alone to visit another country alone was amazing. Stay in another conditions, in another culture. You don't speak the local language. You have to start to think like how to communicate with other people, and you start to improve some skills by yourself that you didn't know it. It's like surviving other country. It's amazing, and I really feel alive in the world. See what God give us, the nature, the amazing people. So it was perfect. Anyway, I hope this information really helped you to see how much money you can spend. So yeah, that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. If you want to watch all the adventures that I made in Bali, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you have some questions about it. Don't forget to take a shower, respect your parents, be friendly, be sincere as well, and see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys. Woo!